go back in time.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Welcome back to the Skyboxx. I have here Blake, the Hammer Hamilton. What's good with you, guy?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm beautiful. I'm blessed, baby. I'm blessed. How you been, man?
Nah, man, I'm great. I'm just happy to be down here. I'm fortunate enough to be here to support the Skyboxx and just get everybody excited. I'm happy for you, man. I definitely like what I'm seeing, and wish you the best of success forward. And we got a quick shots out, right? Yeah, we definitely gotta do that. Let's just get that out of the way now, because once we start getting into the back and forth talking about things,
oh, it's gonna get deep, baby.
Because we got a lot of history, so it's like but. Shout out to my business partner Dwayne Byfield.
Big time Byfield.
Yeah, that's my guy, shooting guard. He's doing his thing. Shout out to my guy Micah, who we got next to us over here.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shout out,
Sergeant.
Shout out.
Yeah, that's my man. He's doing his thing. Shout out to the Bird Gang, right?
Yeah,
shout out to the Bird Gang.
Yeah, Bird Gang. You know who you are.
Where my guy at? My old point guard, who's our soccer crew, right? CB. My guy Phil Bedrin. What up, bro? They all gonna listen and watch. My guy T Watt. All the way, T.Y. Yeah, what up, bro?
What up, bro?
And one thing that I did learn, I never thought about it fully, but it's like, on a podcast, it always feels good when someone shouts you out on a podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you hear somebody shout you out, you're like, oh
yeah,
that's what's up, So shout out to all my guys on the Bird Gang. Of course, Pup and Sourberry gonna be here next week or the following week. That's that dude.
I got him real soon.
I'll let you do all the elaborate introductions. I'm just throwing them shots out. Those are my boys, and then obviously my guy Shan Dizzy. What up?
Oh yeah,
yes. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm definitely shouting him out, because if he's already on. He's listening to all the podcasts. So he's an artist. He's an artist on the low. So you're gonna have to figure out how to. He's listening to this and laughing probably, because you're gonna have to figure out how to. Because that boy's an artist, boy. That. Yeah. Shout out to Shan Dizzy, and definitely just want to set the tone. Shout out to all those, all their beautiful children. Everybody's got, if they don't have a child, it's like, everybody has kids now. So they got a lot of, beautiful things going on. So I'm definitely, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to be here and talk about everybody. So, let's, without further ado,
ready to jump into it, man.
Yeah,
let's go get it, man.
You got some questions, man?
Dude. Yeah, absolutely, man. Me and this dude, man, we've been doing this thing since, remember, let's go back in the day, man. Let's go back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore.
Oh, yeah, you're going to be singing? You're going to bust out a song real quick?
Back in the days, when back at your playground, we was hooping since we were like 8, 9 years old till sun up, sundown, huh?
I mean, yeah, bro. I mean, as far as I can remember, we played ball when we were kids, and you know me very well.
Mm-hmm.
Despite having some success from working hard and playing at the college level and the pro level, I was just.
You were a fat, chubby kid. Let's keep that 100.
100,
you were a
baby.
Fat, chubby kid that could barely shoot the ball.
Damn.
And literally, let me keep it real, y'all. This guy, I'm gonna give you.
It's all good.
Right now.
You good.
You are without a doubt one of the greatest basketball players I have ever seen in my eyes. But I can say it, at one point, I was busting your tail.
Yes, sir.
I was busting your tail. And I do remember that it was this one game you and I played, and it was like, man, he has it. Like, he goes ahead and he keeps going on to this. You have it, man. And I remember we played, and I think, I remember it was like 10-6. You won. And I was like, hold up, man. I usually be busting this dude. Run it back.
Yeah, he want to run it back.
And he came back, beat me again.
Yeah.
And I got so mad. And that, when it dawned on me, I was like, oh my God, this guy is going to be great. And of course, he went down to be second all-time leading scorer in Central Dauphin history.
Am I the second? Nah, I'm
second all-time leading scorer. Trust me. I looked it up, y'all. Trust me.
Oh, word.
You scored over 1,700 points, close to 1,800 points.
Wow.
Oh, you were a beast.
Yes,
Went
sir.
to Monmouth and balled out.
Well, look, man. I'm definitely fortunate enough to have those experiences, and like you said, I was a bigger kid when I was young, and we had our battles, busted you in the mouth, and then that was just like when I look back on my road, that was the beginning of my road. You know what I'm saying? So you were somebody that really drove me to be better. And when you look back on that situation, I mean, it became a situation where we were still close friends, but then I'm playing varsity as a freshman.
Yeah, I was.
You know what I'm saying?
You were like Muhammad Ali, and I was the trainer, man, because I was on the bench. I ain't gonna lie, I was on the bench looking at the coach like, "Come on, man, put me in, man, put me in."
Coach is like, "Nah, bro."
Nah, he looked down. I know some of y'all know that feeling when you're like looking at the coach, and I mean, you got his eye contact, like, "Yo, just say my name," and he just hits you with that eye contact and. And just walked right off like he didn't even notice you were there. Happened to me many times, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not worried
Look,
about
man,
it.
shout out to Coach Rube, Coach Lou Pittman.
Right.
I hope one day they get a chance to watch this. They definitely made a certain impact on my life. And, coming from what I came from, and a lot of kids that I work with now in training and coaching, we'll talk about that. They can't really fathom the narrative of me being someone that's, not as skilled or, a little bit chubbier or, getting destroyed one-on-one. And that there's a lot of teachable moments there, but, I think that a lot of those one-on-ones, man, that helped us, become who we are today. And, I definitely, I remember. I'll cherish those days, man. Those were great times, and we don't really get to play 1-on-1 10 straight games, And
COVID says that. COVID has stopped all that.
So now we got COVID. I mean, look, man. Shout out to the people in Texas. The people are freezing to death. I mean, this COVID situation, people are, really having tough times. Just getting through, a lot of basic daily functions in life, so it's, for us, hey, look, thankful to be here, and you definitely ask me another question.
Yo, let's go to your high school career, man.
High school, man. Shout out to
What
Central
was the most
Dauphin.
memorable moment that can just stand right out in your mind? Your most memorable moment in your high school career?
I forget who I was talking to. I think I was talking to my boy Micah about one of the most memorable moments, man. Shout out to Brian Chapman, bro. We used to, he was the point guard of our high school team, and typically in historical times, Central Dauphin is was in the outskirts of Harrisburg.
Right.
Predominantly white high school where a lot of when we go up against certain teams, like Harrisburg High School, Harrisburg City Schools, it was an experience. And, that at the end of the game, one of the games that we played where we beat them for like the first time ever in the history of the program. And I'm pretty sure that's true. We beat them for the first time ever in the history of the program. The end of the game where, I want to say we were up a little bit, but we were still playing. Someone lost the ball. Brian Chapman, of course, got the ball. He lost his shoe. His shoe fell off his foot. For some reason, I ran after it. Chap always wants to throw it off the glass. So he's looking at me like, "Yo, come on, come get it. So at the end of the game, to end the game, 3, 2, 1, Chap throws it off the glass. I have an emphatic two-hand dunk. And, that was something that, is never going to be forgotten because and shout out to the Harrisburg High because, look.
They were monsters.
Look.
Monsters.
1997? or 98? Which year was it? The year. Wait, what year was I a freshman? 98.
98.
All right, so 98, I'm a freshman. 97, they won states, right?
Right.
They were already ridiculous. So shout out to Micah Davenport, shout out to Damone Maxwell. Like, there's a whole bunch of dudes.
Andre Henry.
Oh yeah, they're the younger crew. But like, I've gotten the education on that history. So like, when you really look at those guys and what they did, it was real special. And so for us to come in and be able to just beat them at least once, we were very happy. So, shout out to those guys. High school was definitely a great opportunity, and there's other guys too that I played around that ended up playing at the higher levels. Ronnie Lamel, Auburn, and Adam Chubb played. He ended up playing professional, and he's retired now. There's a lot of guys that played. So Reggie Guy, he was actually somebody I looked up to. He was Susquehanna guy, so he state champion with Coach Cook.
I think 98.
Yeah, I don't even know. I was a baby literally when they won a state championship. So, there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of history around this area. A lot of guys that played a lot of good basketball, and I was somebody that was young and kind of in the mix of things, and had a chance to make a name for myself. And that's where what it led to getting a scholarship to go to college and play at Monmouth University, and major in marketing and get a degree, graduate, head out to the real world.
Let's go to the Hawks.
Oh,
Monmouth
Hawks.
Let's walk out. Let's walk down that road of luxury.
Look, man, it's
when you look at that and look at that 4-year span that you played in, what player really stood out to you as like just a standout player? Had everything, had the ins and outs, the ups and downs.
that I played against.
That you played against.
Well, it's a real interesting situation with Monmouth, because as a freshman, when the year prior to me coming in, they had just went to the NCAA tournament. They just won their conference tournament. So, typically when teams win their tournaments, their schedules start to get a little bit, they get a little bit more heftier. They get competitive. So Monmouth, when I came in as a freshman, we played against the 2001 Maryland National State Champions. We played the last game in the Cole Fieldhouse, and the starting five for that team was Juan Dixon, Steve Blake, Wilcox, I forget his first name, he ended up playing at NBA, Lonnie Baxter, and somebody, Drew Nicholas. All those guys, I think Drew Nicholas came off the bench, but all these guys played at a very, very high level.
All of them played in the league.
Yeah,
all the ones that you named.
Either the league, or they went overseas and played at a high league in a good country, etc. But mainly we played that team. That was probably a really thorough experience. We were down 8 at half. We ended up losing by 38. Yeah, so wow. That was one of those games. We played against Gonzaga that year as a freshman. Dan Dickow, that guy.
Yes.
So he played. He was pretty good. He was a talented guy. I mean, you play against a lot of guys. You play with a lot of guys. There's a lot of great talent all over the place.
Right.
But that would be the most significant, I would say, game. Like in college, that was more like a shocking moment.
Just like the atmosphere was shocking to you.
The atmosphere, I mean, it was yes, definitely. We were playing a game in the ACC, so our school is about 5,000 population. Maryland, I'm not even gonna tell you how many people there are, but that there's more. So it was a situation where when you're playing against the elite teams, they ended up winning the national championship that year.
Right.
So you get to reflect on that, like, okay, we got our asses busted by national champions. It's all good. It's all good. You start feeling good. You're like, okay, yeah, that was a great experience. When it happens, you're like, man, this is embarrassing. But I mean, I've had taken lots of lumps. We could talk about a lot of them, but I think that we'll just leave that there. Yeah, we can leave that there.
I'm gonna spit quick questions to you, and just come out with them as quick as possible. All right.
That's cool. You know I got that rapid fire, bro.
Best teammate.
Dwayne Byfield, baby.
Best coach.
Coach Lou Pittman, Coach John Ruby. They get co-awards. Co-awards.
Okay.
High school coaches. They were great. They did a lot for me.
Best player you played against.
Randy Foy.
Toughest player you played against.
Toughest versus best?
Yes.
Rashawn Johnson, who played at Monmouth University, who was a little bit he was 4 years older than me. He was from DC, and his game was modeled after Steve Franchise. So he's a great player. Tough. He was tough. He's a guard.
I'm gonna ask you a question that I want to know about you.
Sure.
What made it click?
The failure, the losing, the embarrassment, the really just and then the lack of the fact that I felt as I was underachieving. Once you look and see, what it takes to achieve, it's really about understanding what you're not doing, what you are and aren't doing, right. And then you have to do those things. So a lot of what clicked was just the constant losing and because even in high school, yeah, I had a good career, but we never won a championship. We never won districts or states, and we had a lot of issues with our teams, as you know. And so that was very frustrating. And then going into Monmouth, they had just won the tournament, and then as a freshman, things didn't really go well. As a sophomore, I was a starter, so then we lost. So then after that, that's when I was really upset about losing all the time, because once you spend so much time losing, you start to you have to either make changes or it's either like hang them up, right, right. So that year, probably the sophomore year of college, I was just done. I was done with it. I was done with all the excuses. And I had teammates. I had great teammates. And that's what made it click. Seeing, everybody has a role. Somebody's got to be a leader. Somebody's got to step up. So that's it. That's it, brother.
Let's go overseas. Let's go ship ourselves over to the pond real quick.
Well, look, as in college, as a junior and senior, we went. We played. We won our conference as a junior. Went to the NCAA tournament. Got blasted by Mississippi State. Right.
How was that experience like? Because I remember, me personally, I remember when when the NCAA still had the video games out. Yeah. I played as you.
Yeah, you played. Yeah.
I played as you. Yeah. Oh, Monmouth was busting tail. Trust and believe, they were the #1 team in the nation. You was averaging like 35 a game.
I'm nice.
Yeah, you was nice,
yeah.
But you were like a 67 rating, dog. Yeah, dog. I really made you nice.
Yeah, I'm saying I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's all good.
But what was that experience like playing the NCAA tournament?
I mean, at that time it was a very, I think it's a little glorified, but obviously you're playing the best talent. You know what I'm saying? We went to Orlando, Florida. We stay up in the hotel. We go to the big venue. We're playing against the best team. It's one of the best teams in the country. And then you're coming across, with Mississippi State. I mean, they had 6'10" across the board. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it was an education. And especially looking back on it. So, then fast forward, and like you said, going into overseas. What led me there was the individual achievement, getting player of the year, and then going as a senior, although breaking my foot in some and ones. By the way, and one. By the way, guys, I know y'all didn't dissolve, but whoever started and one, y'all know you broke my foot and you broke a lot of other people's, caused a lot of injuries, but anyways, moving on. I just wanted to put that out there. You might want to take that as a little sound bite. But yeah, I broke my foot, my 5th metatarsal as an and1. You wearing and1 shoes, sneakers. After we had just went to the NCAA tournament and won our conference, I broke my foot that following summer.
Ooh.
So yeah, I had to get surgery and had to get a screw put in, and I didn't sit out. I played, and you know, I while enduring all that, obviously, you know, we still had some success, but we didn't win our conference tournament. And then after that, you know, it just became, you get yourself an agent, and you get cracking, you know.
Right.
So I jumped to.
This is part one of a two-part series. I want to thank Blake the Hammer Hamilton for giving us that insight for part one. Part two is coming up real soon. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, hit me up at Skyboxx@gmail.com. If you're on your favorite podcast app or YouTube, just search the Skyboxx. If you're on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. It's only $3.99. If you're on Facebook, all you have to do is search Michael C. or Michael Curtis, Micheal Curtis. This is the Skyboxx. I am Michael C., the source of life over the mic. And also, be good to yourself, y'all.